What's up, Falcon fans? The last time that the Atlanta Falcons beat the Dallas Cowboys was back in 2017. So can we finally snap a 3-game losing streak against them? If you guys like this type of content, hit that like button. If you guys hate this type of content, hit that dislike button or hurt your boy's feelings. Well, maybe just a little bit. But if you want to do a huge favor for your boy by hitting that subscribe button, it will help out the empire grow. So on that note, let's just dive into the video and let's start out with the Dallas Cowboys. As it stands right now, the Dallas Cowboys has lost 2 games straight, but their passing yard game ranks number 11 with 1,897, and when it comes to their passing touchdowns in the air, they rank number 14 with 10. And when it comes to passing interceptions in the air, they rank number 5 with 9. And of course, Dak Prescott is the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. He has averaged over 230 passing yards and averaged 2 touchdowns in the air, besides that one game against the Detroit Lions where he threw for none. The wide receivers that we have to watch out for is Jalen Tolbert, number 1, and of course, CeeDee Lamb, who is just a beast. He just got his first 100 plus receiving yards last week against the San Francisco 49ers. We had 13 receptions for 146 and 2 touchdowns. He's been doing a pretty good. I think last year he had over 1,700 and something receiving yards and like 10 plus touchdowns. He's going to be the main focal point for this Dallas Cowboys passing attack, so we have to watch out for him. If we could shut him down, then we could definitely shut everybody else down. And of course, we cannot sleep on their tight end and Jake Ferguson, who's also a beast at the tight end position. Even though he doesn't have any touchdowns, but he still gives you big yardage gains down the middle of the field. So when it comes to the running attack, they rank dead last, 32 with 519 total rushing yards. When it comes to rushing touchdowns, they rank number 32, dead last with only 3. Ezekiel Elliott, Deuce Vaughn, and Rico Dowdle has not even broken over 100 rushing yards so far this season, and that can contribute to the offensive line not playing well. They're not finding a lot of holes and not enough big play mobility, and none of them have over 20 plus rushing yards for one single play. That's crazy. They average over 70-90 rushing yards per game. The Dallas Cowboys offensive line ranked number 13 with only allowing 18 sacks to get after the quarterback. So when it comes to giving up passing yards in the air by the Dallas Cowboys defense, they rank number 21 with 1,619. And when it comes to giving up touchdowns in the air, they rank number 16 with only 10. And the interesting thing about this defense is they only allowed 2 players to get over 100 receiving yards, and that is number 1, Malik Neighbors from the New York Giants, who caught 12 receptions for 115 total receiving yards, 0 touchdowns, and the San Francisco 49ers tight end 85 George Kittle with 6 receptions for 128 total receiving yards and 1 touchdown on the ground. Plus, this defense only given up over 300 passing yards to only 1 quarterback, and that was against Detroit Lions Jared Goff, who threw for 315 total passing yards and 3 touchdowns in the air. When it comes to stopping the run, they rank number 24 with 1,082 total rushing yards they're giving up. And when it comes to stopping rushing touchdowns allowed, they rank number 2 by giving up 12 rushing touchdowns so far this season. And when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys defense, they rank number 21 with 16 sacks getting after the quarterback. Even though that DeMarcus Lawrence was put on IR, and of course Michael Parsons is questionable, been banged up all season long, but still we cannot underestimate him. So now let's talk about the Atlanta Falcons side of the ball. When it comes to the Atlanta Falcons passing attack, they rank number 3 with 2,120. When it comes to passing touchdowns in the air, they rank number 6 with only 14. And when it comes to passing interceptions in the air, we rank number 11 with only 7. And of course, Kirk Cousins still averaged 230 passing yards and averaged at least 1 touchdown, besides against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where he has been going 4 touchdowns per game twice so far this season. The Atlanta Falcons offensive line ranks number 7 with only allowing 15 sacks to get after the quarterback. That's really good compared to last season. So when it comes to the running attack, we rank number 13 with 966 total rushing yards. When it comes to rushing touchdowns, we rank number 24 with only 5. So when it comes to the defensive side of the ball and giving up passing yards in the air, we rank number 16 with only 1,762 total passing yards. When it comes to giving up touchdowns in the air, we rank number 7 with only 13. And mostly that has to do with Baker Mayfield just going berserk twice against us. Compared to other quarterbacks, we will only allow them to at least get over 2 touchdowns or less. So when it comes to stopping the run, we rank number 22 with 1,061 total rushing yards. And when it comes to rushing touchdowns allowed, we rank number 25 with 5, and that's pretty excellent in my personal opinion. One of the biggest issues for this Atlanta Falcons defense is that we have allowed over 100 rushing yards to all opponents. Number 2, the Atlanta Falcons defense ranked number 32 with 6 sacks total in getting after the quarterback. That has not changed from day one, unfortunately. But the good news is for the Atlanta Falcons secondary, and I guess all around defense, if you wanted to think about it, is that the defense allowed only one quarterback to get over 300 passing yards, and that's Tampa Bay's Buccaneer Baker Mayfield with 330 total passing yards, and that was last week. So there is a bright spot in all this. We're not giving up the most passing yards in previous Atlanta Falcons regime. What is the final verdict? I have the Atlanta Falcons winning this game 23-17, but I'm not that confident enough because at the end of the day, the Dallas Cowboys have beaten us 3 games straight so far, and 2 out of those 3 games, there were less than 7 points where we should have won that, but things just been slipping in the fourth quarter, unfortunately. But even still, I think Dallas is still a really good team. We can't underestimate them. Even though they are banged up and on a 2-game losing streak, I said that against the Seattle Seahawks, and see how that turned out when they scored over 30 plus points and we only scored 14. So we have to be in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams, to win this game because they are a really good team. I don't care what people says. So if you guys watched to the very end of this episode, thank you so much for taking your own personal time and day to watch these Falcon content videos. I like making videos for you guys. Here's more on the screen if you guys are interested in. So what do Falcons do? Rise up. Until the next episode, show love and peace to the world, and peace.